just gonna record it. So it's just a regular 8.5 by 11 computer paper. I have a strong preference to make it square. And when you're making a 4 by 6 card, it becomes the perfect dimensions. So I take it to 8.5 by 8.5. I also usually cut with a blade and a ruler instead of scissors, because then it's always straight. Put the ruler up to the line. Don't go over, go under. Place your blade. Oh, make sure you're square too. Make sure you're square. Place your blade on the line where you intend to cut, if you want to be really precise, and then slide your ruler to the blade. That will ensure a more accurate cut. And then slice off that extra. Use it for something else. Maybe make a pop-up card out of it. And then to help my eyes, I find the middle of the card with diagonals. And it doesn't have to be super precise, but it's just kind of helpful. Doesn't have to be super precise. And I keep it light with graphite. This is a 4H pencil. And then do the same thing on the other diagonal. And then I put aside the ruler because we're done with that for now, but you can kind of see this cross pattern I've developed. And you place your card on it where you think it's middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. It really, really doesn't. But we want it kind of here, right? So that you have room here, room in each of the corners. And I like to go for the bottom one first, because I think it gives stability while you make the other folds. Oh, and my card moved, but that's okay. Now see, one of the ways to check that you're in the middle is lining up your point here with the line right here. And then it's close enough for me. And I like to give a nice press on those seams. And then I'm going to fold this side in. Press it nice and flat. Give it a nice hard seam. Again, fold the next one in. Give it a nice hard seam. And you can tell it's not perfect, but that's the joy of handmade. And then you're going to fold this one in. And you have now made a beautiful, slightly wonky envelope that will look very handmade and like you love someone a lot. When you glue it, I like to use rubber cement. And the trick with rubber cement is to remember that you paint both sides and then let it dry and then press it in. It makes a much stronger bond. So I'm actually gonna, I can eyeball this, but you can mark it out with graphite if you want. You don't have to worry about going over because you can always rub it off, but put rubber cement on both sides of wherever you're folding something and things will go a lot better for you. And then wait for it to dry. That'll do it. Now I just need to wait for it to dry. Now, if you really care about this card, you might not want to do that rubber cement move with the card in it. Let it dry. It won't take long. If you notice any really thick spots, you can just rub it out. Okay, it's pretty dry. It's actually not bad. Pretty fast. I'm drying here. Then you fold it in. And you'll notice I have just a smidge of overage of the rubber cement over here, and you just take your finger and you rub it off. And nobody knows that you didn't quite make your glue perfect. And then your envelope will go very nicely over your card, and you can fold it. If you're gonna send it in the post office, I definitely recommend the gluing aspect, and I would do the same type of glue pattern on the inside. But if you're not gonna go to the post office and you're gonna hand deliver it without gluing, you can just kind of stick a sticker here, and as long as you hit, all 4 pieces of paper, it's gonna stay. You can do it with a wax seal. Wax seals would have done it, right? Letters were puffy back then because they didn't have mechanization and all that kind of stuff. But it's like a really satisfying card now.